this Checkpoint Chat, we talk about video games. Video games like Fall Guys, which came out this week. If you don't know what Fall Guys is, imagine a battle royale where there's no parachuting onto an island, there's no guns, and there's no circle. So is it even a battle royale anymore?
Well, isn't it ironic that there's no parachuting and the game's called Fall Guys?
I know. There is a really good falling animation while you're waiting for a game to load. Like,
oh, yeah, that's true.
It would be kind of cool if you could like move around in the screen, you know?
But you are technically then landing on an island filled with these mini games.
Yeah, you're landing on a game show island.
On a game show island, like Takeshi's Castle.
Exactly.
But if you don't know what Fall Guys is, just imagine Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah, it is literally a video game version of Takeshi's Castle or Wipeout, essentially. So
Wipeout.
Essentially, it's a multiplayer game, 60 players in a game. Everyone plays as these little like jelly bean men in costumes, which are really cute. They walk kind of like funny. They like waddle from side to side and they bounce off of each other, and the jumps are really like... Everything's got a real distinct feel to it that just feels silly and ridiculous and fun. But essentially, you're a contestant in this game show, which comprises of various rounds, and each round is like a mini game that eliminates a handful of players after each, and you just kind of got to like survive and try get to the end and be the ultimate fall guy,
ultimate fall guy,
fall jelly bean.
Full jelly bean.
I think this game's really fun. I really, really like it.
It is. I think it's quite something. So the game's on PC
and PS4,
but it's also free on PS Plus on PS4, which is, I think, is quite a big deal because it's just given the player base like raw numbers, because there's obviously like millions of PlayStation people trying it.
They had 1.5 million people on the first day. They destroyed them servers.
I think they've just continued to grow because this game's been all over Twitter, all over Twitch.
Yeah.
And like everywhere I look, people are saying, damn, this game's fun. Like everyone's playing it. And it is. It's very easy to pick up because like in terms of controls, you literally have a jump, you have a dive, and you have a grab. And the games are so easy to understand. It's literally get from point A to B, or like don't fall into the pit of slime, or there's a few different conditions, but super easy to get your head around. And yeah, it's just very addictive because the game's also super short.
Yeah.
So it is a thing of like, I played before work one morning. I was like, I've got half an hour before work, and I played 2 or 3 games, and I was like, oh shit, like I've got to set up now. Where did the time go?
Yeah, I think from beginning to end, if you get from the first round to the finale, I think in general it's maybe max like 15 minutes.
It's
super brief, super short, very easy to get into, and like you said, it's like very approachable. Like you can pass the controller to someone and be like, this is jump, this is dive, this is grab, and that's like all you need to know. And like the games are presented in such a way that you're never like, wait, do I need to grab onto here? Do I need to jump here? It's like, oh yeah, there's a gap, jump onto it. There's someone with the tail, grab onto that tail.
Grab the tail.
Something like that. Each of the mini games is like single focused, but really easy to like understand. I mean, every level's got like one sentence explaining what you need to do, and that's all you really need. It's that's it. So there's like 24 games as far as I can count.
Did you manage to get like a count?
So I counted 24, but apparently there's 25. And when I read up on it, there's one mode that I've never seen. Called I don't know if it's called Plague, but it's kind of like Plague. It's like one player is infected with like they've got like a pink mist around them, and if they touch other players, then that player becomes infected and it grows, and the aim is to like survive. I think I've never been served up that game.
Wow, I've also never seen that. So
it's interesting. I don't know, but there's apparently 24 or 25 games, whatever. I think a lot of them repeat. Especially because you always start a match with a race. So the small pool of races, you see them fairly frequently because you're always playing the first round, like, and there's only very few races. So like a lot of the other game modes you won't see because either you're not making it that far into a match consistently, or there's just more variety in that sort of, because it can be a race, it can be a survival, it can be a team one, whatever.
And realistically, it could be any game if you think about it. Like they could start the Fall Guy round with, I don't know, the football. If you really want to.
Oh my God, could you imagine that?
Imagine 30 people on each team. But like what I'm getting at is nothing stopping that, because it's not like that game's exclusive, or it's not like the race games are exclusive because there's more people. Like I guess it makes the most sense, but there are some where it's like you could realistically just have this happen with more people.
Yeah,
So,
I don't get it really, because it's also like sometimes you'll start with the race and then the next round will be a race again. It's like
another race,
why? So I do think there needs to be a bit of work done with like the algorithm that serves up the game modes, because I think it favors this like pockets of few quite often, and then every now and then it's like, oh, I finally got this one, or I finally got that one, So I think that needs to be balanced, especially since they say they're going to be adding more game modes over time, which I definitely think they need to do. But I think most of the game modes are pretty good. What are some of your favorites?
I really like just the races in general and the platforming ones. I think it's Slime Mountain.
Oh, Slime Mountain.
Is it called that? Yeah.
Or Slime Climb. That's it.
Slime Climb, sorry, not Slime Mountain. Yeah, so the premise of that is that there's like obviously a linear path from A to B, and it slopes upward, and there's slime rising, and you just have to outrun it basically while dodging obstacles, navigating narrow beams, whatnot. So like stuff like that always makes me laugh because it's so intense. Because you might fall off a platform like, oh God, like
the slime's coming.
I've still got time. Like the slime's not here yet, and you have to just patiently make your way through this course, but like alongside say 30 other people also frantically trying to get over these narrow platforming bits.
That game mode takes no prisoners though. Like I've seen so many people eliminated in that round. Yeah, it's crazy. There's some pro strats on that one. I've seen people bouncing off at the beginning. They've got like
there's a shortcut, right? So you bounce up to the next platform.
Yeah, those bumpers that look like something out of a pinball table. If you jump into it and angle it right, you can like get up a whole level. It's
I don't even bother.
No, I don't bother with that. Whatever. I'm just like, I'm just gonna play this like it should be because the slime is coming. I can't waste time.
But I also enjoy. Is it called Tiptoe?
It's a dominoes.
Was it with the dominoes where there's one platform to get across from A to B?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm thinking of some of the tiles will stick. You have to run across them. Other ones will disappear.
That one's a fun mode.
I just love it because it's a thing of obviously someone has to go test out every tile, in order to see if it's a fake or not. But it becomes this like trust thing of like, hey, you go first.
Everyone kind of like groups up on the last known tile, and they're just kind of like moving to try and shove someone into a direction.
But it's funny. I just love how the pieces fall into place of like, okay, oh shit, someone just fell through that tile.
Yeah.
I've seen someone fall through there. It must be this one. And everyone just like dashes over, but then stops because like, okay, what's the next one now?
Yeah. It's a great
so
mode.
Funny.
It's so devious though, because right at the end there's a gap and it doesn't tell you. I mean, I saw your clip where you fell.
I was so mad. But the thing is, I knew the gap was coming. Or I don't know if I did or didn't, but I was like, when I didn't jump, I was like, oh, of course there's a gap here. Like, what does I think? Yeah, it's a good time. I mean, those are just some standout ones for me. What are some of your favorites?
I also like Tiptoe a lot. I like some of the races are really good. The whirly gig is really fun. The one with all the fans that you have to, because that race. I like that race because it feels long. I feel like some of the races are just too short.
They're too short. The fan one is really long.
Yeah, the whirly gig, and there's another one that feels like something taken out of the TV show Wipeout, because there's like swinging balls and balance beams, and I don't know what that stage is called, but that one's really good as well. Because it's also again it's a nice long one. But I like some of the more jump focused ones. So HEX-A-GONE, which is used as a finale round.
And I think it's a really good finale round.
It's a super good finale. I think it's the strongest finale mode. Like, so you're you start on like a top level of hexagon, like a floor made out of hexagons, and every time you touch one, it disappears. So the idea is to just like stay alive as much as you can, because if you fall through one level, you'll be on the next level, and I think there's like
closer to the bottom,
5 or 6
quite a
till
few,
it gets to like slime. So the idea is to like stay alive as long as you can, but you got to also be careful, because if you're staying on like a top level for longer than other players, when you eventually fall, because you definitely will, you got to make sure that you don't just fall through all the gaps that players have created right down to the bottom. So I think it's a really cool mode, because it's like a high risk, high reward type of thing. I also like the one team mode, the egg scramble, where you have to gather eggs into a basket.
No.
I like it a lot. It's
so
the only.
much.
It's like there's that one, and the team mode where you like pushing a ball through an obstacle course. I think it's called rock and roll. Those are the only team ones I like. I think all the other team ones suck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, the rock and roll, if that's what it's called, I enjoy that one. But I think I dislike the egg one and the tail one, because I think playing from South Africa, we've got a bit of lag. So it feels a bit janky to grab an egg or a tail. There are times when I'm running away and it seems like someone's far away from me, but they get my tail. I'm like, how did that happen? Or I'm chasing someone and I'm like, I should have got the tail, but maybe because of the delay, I didn't push the button fast enough or whatever.
I've definitely noticed that with the tail ones,
Yeah, but generally, like, so those two I don't mind, but I'm not a big fan of the team games. Although there's one, is it called the alley hoop or something, where you have to just jump through the hoops to get points for your team?
That one's fun. Yeah,
I really enjoy that one. That one's a lot of fun as well, just running around getting points for your team. But the egg one, the football one, I do not like it.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
football
it
one
just
sucks.
doesn't feel good. If anything, it just makes me want to play Rocket League.
Yeah,
because I'm like, there's a better team game for this, and it's called Rocket League.
I think the team games, to me, it depends on like how much can I influence the game individually, and that's why I like the egg one, because I can just be like, cool, I'm going to focus on collecting eggs or stealing eggs or whatever. You know, at the end of the day, the team starts to work together, but it's not like the tail one where it's like I have to chase after another player to get this tail, or it's not like I know I just said I like rock and roll, but that one can be derailed quickly when it's like 2 players on pushing the ball. Then you're fucked. Like it's done.
Then you're screwed.
So yeah, the team modes that can be derailed that quickly kind of suck. I don't know if you've played the one. It takes place in the same arena as the egg scramble, but there's like 3 balls, and the idea is to keep as many balls in your quadrant as possible. That one sucks.
Yeah.
That one's like the worst one.
Oh, yeah. No, look, it's funny because it's hit and miss. Thinking about it now, what I do like about the team games is that they can change within seconds. Like, you might be winning, and you think, oh, there's only 30 seconds left. Like, there's no way anyone's going to come back now, and you can still lose.
Yo, that egg scramble can change in a dime.
Yeah, so like that I think it's weird because it's fair/unfair at the same time. Because you're like, how can I lose so quickly? But it also makes it incredibly exciting. So like on the tail grab one, if there are 2 teams tied at bottom place, you go into overtime for like another 10 seconds. We had one round where it went on for like a minute. I kid you not.
Yeah, I've had the same thing.
You think like, oh, thank God we're winning. Oh God, it's overtime. Shit. Oh no, we're losing. Oh, thank God we're okay.
That overtime is so stressful.
And it just carries on.
Yeah,
like that's exciting. Okay. But then there are times when it just feels frustrating. So I don't know how you balance sort of what you change, but I much prefer the single player games across the board, purely because like if I go out, it's my own fault.
They should just remove the tail things entirely. I think they suck. Yeah, I think the team one's fine because there's enough tails going around. The individual one,
there's like, the finale.
The finale one is super bad. I think it's like at that point there's generally only like maybe six to 8 players in this arena that is bigger than where the team one takes place. Like, it makes no sense. And there's only one tail. So if you start at the tail, considering every player moves exactly the same speed, it's like really difficult.
Have a good path.
Yeah, if that player like they have to fuck up monumentally for you to even get close. And even then, when you get close, you have to be like so close to grab that tail, and they can easily just flick a different direction and will break that like hold.
Yeah.
I hate that mode.
I know.
I really as a finale, that one's bad, and the race Full Mountain as a finale is bad because it's
I don't like the race.
It's like one of the shortest races in the game.
It's super short, and if you bugger up, then
you're done. There's so many elements in that short race that can fuck you up. Like I was winning once. I think you were watching, and I got hit by a ball that was shot by a cannon. But it was in the air, so it hadn't bounced yet. So I had no idea it was coming. So I'm just like, I'm winning. Next thing I get trashed by this ball, and that's it. Game over. It's like, yeah. I think
it's done.
I think the finale modes need to be tuned up a bit because it feels real bad when you survive 5 rounds really well, and then you get served up a shitty finale, and it just feels like you've just wasted your time, type of thing.
Yeah. But look,
it's a fun game.
Overall the game's a lot of fun.
It's just like it's so easy to get into. The mini games I think are fun, and the presentation, like it's so colorful and happy, and the soundtrack,
that music, music is so good.
That
I mean, if I close my ears, I can hear the menu music right now.
That fucking bass track, it's so good. It's so good. I think the cosmetics are pretty cool. I think it's cool that you don't have to buy the battle pass. It's just like part of your main progression. And I feel like the game gives out a lot of in-game currency. So I was buying costumes pretty like quickly.
Just on the battle pass quickly though. So I do like that it's free there, but I do think that, so let's say it's season 1. I do think for season 2 it would be cool if they made more like, you know how Fortnite has specific challenges in a week or daily.
Yeah.
Because at the moment it's really just like, okay, if I have to hit level, was it 40?
Yes,
but
I
it's
think 40 is the highest.
Purely XP based. There's no, it's not like, you know, win the first round 10 times, for example. Like, as a damn example, I think it would be cool to have some sort of objective, if that's possible.
I do think like you said, Fortnite has the battle pass, but then you have your daily and weekly challenges that like help boost
up your level. Yeah,
I think that could work out. Yeah, as long as they're not on the same level as the game's trophies, because those things are bullshit. Those things, man, I've seen some dumb, winning 5 games in a row. Firstly, is just like ridiculous. Yeah. But then there's some bizarre ones. It's like, what was one? It was like you need to fall consecutively for like 5 seconds or something like that.
How?
And I was just like, what? I don't know. I got to reread, but there were like 2 or 3 that I was like, what? Like,
what is this?
That doesn't sound like something I could actively like work towards. It sounds like complete luck.
Like a luck thing,
even the developer, when it came out this week that some people had got that trophy for like 5 wins in a row, he was like, "Oh, we put it in there and didn't really think it was possible." It's like, fuck off! Don't make trophies like that. Yeah, really? Why would you do that? It's
okay, but on that, the fact that there are people out there who have 5 wins in a row,
madness,
is wild. Because I've played a couple of hours. I've come close to winning. I haven't won yet.
I haven't won either because those finales suck.
John Michael though did win 1 round.
Did he?
He won a HEX-A-GONE. Yeah.
Nice.
He's exceptionally good at that game. Like he often made it to the final round, and we're like, damn, he came close. So you though. I mean, when we played it, it was often us just watching you like getting to the final round and being like, you're so close.
This is why the finales annoy me, because like I can consistently hit that end, and it's not like, okay, gift me the win, but it's like it doesn't feel. They don't feel like the same game when I get to the finale, unless I get to HEX-A-GONE, which is like, man, I got so close that one time. I was like, I came second, and it's like that game. You know, I don't feel bad when I lose in HEX-A-GONE because it's like, shit, I like fucked up, or I didn't jump at the right time, or I mistimed something. But man, when you get to Full Mountain and I'm like, you start in the back row, so you're already at a disadvantage, and then you, man, I hate that race so much. It's so bad. Fall Guys is good.
The fact that they're going to keep adding modes, cosmetics, etc. It's like, so I got it free for PS Plus, but I bought it on PC anyway because I wanted to have it with. I mean, I know there's crossplay, but I don't quite know how parting up works.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But I bought it on PC because it's like one of those games where I know I'll play it maybe now and get over it, but I'll come back because they're going to keep supporting it. So and it was cheap. It was like 130 rand.
Did you get the Gordon Freeman costume?
I did not.
Or maybe it was a pre-order thing then.
It might have been a pre-order thing, yeah.
It was very cute. It was
fun, though.
It was his HEV suit, and then your hat was a face hugger.
Damn it.
Well, not a face hugger. What's it called? Head crab.
A head crab, yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah.
And he's got them glasses. It's real cute. I saw a lot of people in the technical beta with that thing. So yeah, that's Fall Guys. It's a good time.
A lot of fun.